Could the Washington Wizards finally trade Bradley Beal? And are the Milwaukee Bucks still the team to beat in the Eastern Conference? And finally, how you are going to get paid to watch this one. Let's get it.
This is Enough Said Sports.
Hey guys, I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you with another preview and prediction video, this time for the National Basketball Association here on YouTube. Thank you so much for all your support and taking the time out of your day or your evening to watch us here. For those of you who are new to Enough Said Sports, welcome to Enough Said Sports, where we don't do fandom, we do business, and where we don't make friends, we make money. Appreciate you taking the time out to watch it here. If you like this sort of content, please also join us on Patreon. Click the first link in the description box below. Become a true fan of Enough Said Sports. Get all of our exclusive picks from the NBA, NFL, college football. Also adding college basketball and MLB and NASCAR back into the mix very short. Thank you again. Let's talk about this matchup that's on Tuesday, February the 1st, 2022. It is going to be the Washington Wizards traveling to play the Milwaukee Bucks. They're in Milwaukee, the world champion Bucks. Milwaukee by 11.5 in this one, and the total is 225.5. So let's talk about these Washington Wizards to start this video off and whether or not they should finally trade Bradley Beal. I'm going to say they shouldn't trade Bradley Beal, and I'm always one, for those of you who watch my content know this, I'm always one in favor of trading. I typically like to trade players, especially if I feel that the team and the organization isn't going anywhere, isn't progressing forward or getting any closer to threatening for a championship. I do think it's better to move on from players at times as a result of that. In this particular case, I actually don't think they should trade Bradley Beal, simply because at least Bradley Beal, from a business standpoint, does put butts in the seats for the Washington Wizards, and he is what we would call in the National Basketball Association. And you know what? If you don't have anything else, you might as well at least have a star. So I would say hold on to Bradley Beal as long as you can and try to put butts in the seats. This team is going nowhere fast, bad way. Really. They gave up a historic lead the other night against the LA Clippers. They were up, I think, by 26 points. They ended up losing the game to the LA Clippers, which is kind of insane that even happened in the first place. But without all that being said, I think you got to keep Bradley Beal at this point, and for nothing else, for box office reasons. Now, when you switch over to the world champion Milwaukee Bucks, are the Milwaukee Bucks team to beat in the Eastern Conference? I'm going to say that they still are the team to beat in the Eastern Conference, and I'm going to tell you why. I believe that this Milwaukee Bucks team has a bit of a hangover. I think they are having that "are we there yet" syndrome, similar to what the LeBron James-led Cavaliers did for years in the Eastern Conference. They would look good, they would look bad, they would look good, and they would look bad. And they get to the playoffs, and all of a sudden, they turn back into the Cavaliers, and LeBron James turns back into LeBron James, and they end up being great. So I think you got a little bit of that going on here with the Milwaukee Bucks. I think it's fine. I really believe that this team, come playoff time, they've been there, done that. I think that is invaluable, what happened with them last year, and I think that's going to continue to carry itself on into this year's playoffs. I'm not concerned about these Milwaukee whatsoever. I think they're going to be still the team to beat in the Eastern Conference, and you're going to have to go through them to get the championship. So with all that being said, from a betting standpoint in this particular contest, these NBA games, I have to be honest with you, during the regular season have driven me absolutely insane. Teams don't show up for no apparent reason, and then teams show up for no apparent reason. So it's just very, very hard to parse who's going to play hard. I'm going to stick with the Milwaukee Bucks here. I'm going Milwaukee. I'm doing it with a little bit of trepidation because the Milwaukee Bucks tend to, lay an egg every once in a while. But I'm going to bet against the Washington Wizards in the way as of late. Milwaukee Bucks here, minus 11.5. I'll definitely take them on the money line. I do that with great confidence. I think that's a pretty easy one. I think that's a no-brainer. I do like this game to stay under 225. I do think that the Milwaukee Bucks will do a great job defensively, clamping down on a very limited or very offensively challenged Washington Wizards team. So I'll take the Milwaukee Bucks minus 11.5. Take the Milwaukee Bucks to win on the money line, and we'll go under 225.5. Thanks as always, guys. Appreciate all the support. Seems like we've not had great luck here on YouTube lately, but luck's bound to change eventually. We're going to keep on making the right picks, and eventually it'll turn around. So we're doing pretty good on Patreon, believe it or not. Just seems like we've been really struggling over here on things, but we'll get it back going again. Appreciate all the support. Thank you so much, guys. You have a great and wonderful night, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.